After nearly 50 dedicated years in law enforcement, Police Chief Roy Joachimstaler is turning in his badge. His remarkable career started as a St. Louis City police cadet in 1969. Since joining O'Fallon in 2009, the chief has overseen a department that has continuously been recognized for its excellence in keeping O'Fallon one of America's safest cities. He has overseen the growth of the department to help keep pace with the city's growth and led the development of the department's new state-of-the-art Justice Center. But for Chief Joachimstaler, it's always been about the communities he served. Under his leadership, the department focused on community engagement and involvement.
Colonel Joachimstaler has been very active in the community. He attended any function that was presented to him. There wasn't one that he would turn down unless he had another obligation. So he's very in tune with the needs of the community, and he brought that back to the police department.
The community involvement that the chief has done through the past 9 years, getting the community involved and making sure everybody's aware of their surroundings. You know, he's always at your coffee with the cop. He's always at all the events that the city has. To me, that's his biggest accomplishment, of getting the citizens engaged and the community engaged in the great city of O'Fallon.
What was really important to me when I started out out here in O'Fallon was to continue the philosophy that I've had of community policing, and that is reaching out to the community and forming partnerships with various segments of the community, not just the business community and not just the residents, but the entire community, and kind of trying to tailor our police service to the needs of individual customers.
Prior to his time in O'Fallon, Chief Joachimstaler previously retired from the St. Louis Metropolitan Police Department in 2009, where he achieved the rank of Lieutenant Colonel and served for 39 years. And Chief Joachimstaler has many fond memories from his years in law enforcement.
But I've been involved in some really neat stuff, especially here in O'Fallon, but also in my previous life with the St. Louis Metropolitan Police Department. But I've met presidents. I was in charge of all of the planning for the Pope's visit here. Some of those highlights are there. But the other things that really stick out in my mind are the people that I helped. And not only the citizens and the residents and what the dealings I had with that, but also I've had the opportunity, because of the positions I've been in, is to help some cops too.
During his 9 years in O'Fallon, the department's use of social media, both in community engagement and in soliciting residents' assistance in solving crimes, has become a model for police departments throughout the country. And the growth of O'Fallon School Resource Officer Program has engaged students, teachers, and administrators in promoting a safer community.
I'd like to take credit for it, but it's not me. It's the officers on the street, out in the neighborhoods, and we have a very, very good police department here, because our personnel, our employees, and not only the police officers, but the civilian employees too, they're very service-oriented. To see some of the actions our officers here in O'Fallon have done over the years. I mean, they have put themselves in so many dangerous situations in helping the community, in basically saving the community.
After nearly 50 years of service, Chief Joachimstaler is ready for a new chapter in his life.
You know, I've done this before. This is my second time in retiring. And I jokingly say, but I'm going to do it the right way this time. I'm going to do it the correct way this time. As compared to last time, when I retired from St. Louis, my wife was still working. So since that time, in the past 9 years, she has retired. And now it's time for us to do the traveling that we've talked about for many, many years. And the other thing that's very, very important to us retired guys and ladies is there's twin granddaughters in our life now. So I want to be like a full-time pawpaw.
Well, I just have to say congratulations. I mean, if there's anybody that's been getting 2 o'clock phone calls, this man in the St. Louis community, whether it's been St. Louis City or the city of O'Fallon, he's gotten hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of 2 o'clock phone calls. and he's responded to many of them. This is a well-earned retirement, certainly is.
I trust him immensely, and I will miss the chief, and the new chief's going to have some big shoes to fill.
And finally, the City of O'Fallon and all of our residents would like to thank Chief Roy Joachimstaler for his dedicated professional service, and we wish him peace and happiness in retirement.